Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today I'll be drawing this monkey. To be honest, monkeys are not my favorite animals. They are not beautiful, let's be honest. But this one captured my attention because of its very interesting pose and its intense gaze. So I decided to draw it. I have prepared my sketch and now I'm just softening pencil lines with kneaded eraser. And here I'm blocking the darkest values with my black colored pencil. Today I'll be using Brutfuner color pencils as well because although they are quite cheap, they are very affordable, but they are quite a good quality and I enjoy working with them. Of course, Brutfuner colored pencils are most probably not light fast, so you need to be careful if you want to sell your artwork. However, I'm using mine just in the sketchbook, so I think that's fine. I tried to find these colored pencils recently on Amazon, but for some reason I couldn't find them anymore. So I'm not sure if they are not available anymore or maybe they are now sold under different name. Here I'm adding some dark blue color. At this point I'm not very confident in what I'm doing and this applies to any black fur because black fur is quite tricky to reflect in the drawing, in my opinion. Black is not only black, but it also has many shades of grey, blue. So I must admit I'm usually quite lost when I paint or draw black fur. Now we are moving on to draw the skin color, and I have to admit this is probably my favorite part of this drawing. It brings a lot of life to this monkey. You'll be able to see stage by stage how the skin color develops in here. On the beginning I'm using a lot of very light colors, so they are difficult to capture in the camera. So I have used light peach, now I'm using a little bit darker tone. Here I'm adding some light ochre or burnt ochre. I'm not even sure what that color name is because Brutfuner color pencils, they don't have color names on them. In general, it's just light reddish brown. I decided to punch up some colors with adding this red shade. And you'll see in a minute how much difference it makes. I just love adding tiny little details like this. You might not be able to see these details from the distance, but when you look closer, you notice so many different values and unexpected shapes. And in my opinion, this is what makes a good drawing or painting. Although I'm not claiming I'm a good artist, I have still got a lot to learn. Another favorite part of mine, I'm adding this reddish brown into the iris. I decided to use black Polychromos pencil to darken the value of the fur even more, and you can see how much of a difference it makes. Black Polychromos color pencil is definitely darker than black Brutfuner color pencil. Here I decided to add a little bit more color range from Polychromos. And that is because they are a little bit more intense in color than Brutfuner color pencils. So you can see how much of a difference it makes and how much more saturated the colors are. Although I'm using light pressure, you can see the color payoff is pretty good. So Polychromos, they are, I think, one of my favorite color pencils at the moment because they are quite hard, they are very good for details, but at the same time, with just a little bit of pressure, the color payoff is pretty good. They are really saturated. I decided to add some green into the drawing, just to bring in some interest. And here is the finished piece. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it, and thank you for watching. Bye!